everyone, and welcome back to another Storytime video. And today I am going to talk about waking up for Christmas as a kid. Now, these Christmases that I woke up for when I was a kid were by far my favorite mornings waking up. Now, waking up Saturday morning to watch cartoons, or waking up the morning after I lost a tooth, were always very cool mornings to wake up. But waking up for Christmas was always the best. I think it's partly because I think it's partly because when I was growing up, I would typically go to my maternal grandparents for Christmas, and I've talked about the Christmas traditions that I had there every Christmas while I was growing up there, and even into my teenage and early adult years there. Now, I say that going to my maternal grandparents was so special because they lived so far away that I only got to see them a few times a year as a kid. So when I got to go down and see them, for a week or so at a time, then that was very special in my eyes, because I didn't get to do that every day like with my paternal grandparents. I mean, I loved both sets of grandparents equally. I just want to establish that. But, I typically got Thanksgiving with my paternal and Christmas with my maternal. But, maternal being moms and paternal being dad's parents, in case you don't know that. But, yeah, so, waking up for Christmas. So, I did typically get to open up a present on Christmas Eve every single year before we got to open up all the presents the next day, but it was always very fun. There were a few mornings where I was little, and I was just so extremely excited that I just could not really sleep that much. So I remember waking up very early one morning when I was, I think, 8, and looking out, like, like, I opened the door to my bedroom there, and outside the bedroom, there's a little light there to kind of illuminate that hallway upstairs. And in the light, I saw where Santa had given me Captain Underpants. I don't remember which Captain Underpants book it was. I think there might have been 2 books, but I know there was at least one book. And when I was a kid, Captain Underpants and even to this day, I mean, Captain Underpants is still really cool. But especially back then, I think Dave Pickley wrote all those books, by the way. But, so, Dave Pickley wrote those books, and those were phenomenal books. I haven't read them since I was a kid, but I remember remember trying my best to read that book the best I could, because my younger sister and I did share a room. When we were kids, we typically slept in the same room, so it's not like I could throw on a lamp and start reading very early in the morning back then. No, I had to consider the fact that she was sleeping in the same room and I didn't want to wake her up. So, but if I could have, I really would have read that book. Or at least tried to read as much as I could by the time my grandparents woke up and everybody else woke up. And that's the thing, too, is that one thing that I didn't quite understand as a kid is that we typically had to wait for everybody to wake up at the time. You know, my sister, my dad, of course, my mom, and my grandparents typically wake up very early, especially back then. But we had to wait on my aunt and eventually my uncle. If they were there for Christmas that year, or if they went to my uncle's parents' house or whatnot. And, but, but those were very fun times waking up for Christmas morning. And I have, like, whenever I've gotten really excited or really anxious about stuff, like the night that I went to bed before my first day of college and high school and my first day working in my career, as well as any kind of date where I was really interested in the woman. You know, I have described those very exciting and thrilling next days as like waking up for Christmas morning, because, you know, I assume you guys know about similes and all that stuff, but of course, the feeling of waking up for all those things was like waking up for Christmas morning, because I knew that it was a day the next day that would bring me immense joy. Oh, and graduating high school, college, and whatever exciting days you want to throw in there. But just because you can use a simile, or just because you can use a simile in that regard, then that doesn't mean it's exactly like it. And I don't know, I guess it's because I have the innocence, or had the innocence of being a kid at the time, but nothing, and I mean nothing, will quite match that, at least to the level. Like, I might get that happy that I got waking up for Christmas as a kid, but for different reasons. And I might not even get that happy for certain things like I did waking up for Christmas anyway. Because, you know, just... This is going to sound cheesy, but like I alluded to earlier, I mean, part of it was being able to see my grandparents for, like, the third or fourth time that year. And, And I know I kind of talked about it. I know I kind of talked about it a month ago during my Nostalgia number 2 Storytime video, but there are just so many great memories that I have there with them, not only at their house, but traveling with them and all that other stuff. And, while I was there, we, over dinner, typically we talked about this stuff. And had I thought about Christmas and all that, I would have brought this stuff up because it was great, like leaving cookies out for Santa and all that stuff. But waking up for Christmas, oh man, like if I could, like, I guess it's because I'm an adult now, and trust me, I love Christmas. Partly because I love being able to see people that I hardly get to see. That's always a fun time, but waking up for Christmas as an adult is not, it's just not the same experience as waking up for it as a kid. And that's one thing that I wish that I could have appreciated more as a kid. They say that with quite a few things, you're not able to appreciate something that you have while you have it until it's gone, which is why I try to appreciate things while I'm in them, if I really enjoy them, like college or high school or working a specific job or having a girlfriend that I really like or whatnot, or just having family members and pets and whatever else, etc., etc. But thing is, as a kid, I never understood that, so I was never really able to appreciate waking up for Christmas mornings. But so if you're a kid or whatnot, and you're able to understand what I'm saying, just I don't know, just try to appreciate waking up for Christmas as a kid and just having that very giddy excitement that, I had as a kid. Christmas used to be my favorite holiday as a kid because I got all these nice gifts and whatever else, but, it might seem cheesy now, but Christmas is pretty much now neck and neck with Thanksgiving, but Christmas is still slightly my favorite holiday because, you get all festive, and I love seeing the decorations and how people decorate their houses, and and like I said, also seeing people that you hardly get to see, and I just love getting in the holiday spirit and wearing the terrible Christmas sweaters, which I still, yeah, those are great, by the way. Those are great. Especially the ones that are like dad joke. Especially the ones that are like dad jokes. Oh, those are the best. But I love dad jokes, man. But I digress. Thanksgiving is kind of neck and neck because of football, but Christmas has still got pretty decent football, and next year it'll probably have better football with the expanded college football playoff. But I'll talk more about that in September. What my thoughts are with that. Well, late August. Well, Labor Day. Around Labor Day. But that will pretty much do it for me today. And see us, guys. I do believe that will do it for this storytime video. And till next storytime video, I will see you later. Goodbye, guys! Thank you all for watching.